kind of plays around that, and like even there comes in like he's like catches him coming in with like down tilt. So maybe if Moburu keeps on reacting like this, he'll probably go to his benefit a lot. I think Arn, yeah, overall a little bit faster pace and a little bit
Maybe more technical,
so,
perhaps. Guess we'll
yeah.
see. No jump from Moburu. Pretty rough spot. But yeah, we saw the meta sort of shift right off the bat, right? So Moburu started with some down tilts. Arn the same thing. Arn tried to react and do some short hops, and then Moburu called it out with an air. But it doesn't matter because Arn was able to extend his combos a bit longer and won his own neutral interactions, plus these edge cancels. Lots of Zane Juniors.
One of the scary parts about Arn's gameplay that I saw in the Brub set that when they played is his edge guards. His edge guards are scary. So that's also something that Moburu definitely wants to look out for.
And something that's not spoken about a lot in these dittos is like, oh, nice, a little slop in the up B. But one thing that people don't talk about a lot, in any ditto really, is how fast you get your aerials started once you leave the ground, right? So people will do short hops, but they don't talk about if you're both in shield or both on the ground, it's extremely important to get your aerials out first. And if you're incapable of doing fast aerials off the ground, then you're at a strict disadvantage whenever you guys are standing next to each other. And Arn is definitely faster at doing these aerials, from what I can see.
Yeah, it's kind of curious. I was basically gonna say earlier, it's like I'm curious to see if Moburu is like more willing to like kind of stay back and wait for Arn to hang himself with something, and then punish based on spacing alone. But if they do get into these scrap situations, I do think it's like he just does seem to be a little bit quicker, like off.
Yeah. Yes, I think that roll was by accident, but it gets the scoop here. That nair, very, very common for Marth to use the shield poke when someone's on platform. The crouch cancel down smash gets punished on hit. Yeah, you're gonna see a lot of these Marths trying to find their way back to the ground. And Arn just gets a forward smash to end it here.
Yeah. I imagine like up air just kind of beats out the rest of the moves and it's personal. So yeah, getting back to ground is probably pretty key.
Another really common three-piece interaction that we're probably going to be seeing a lot of is a short up fair into a dash back, baiting your opponent's fair. Ooh, wow. Uses the side B to sort of float for a bit to get back. Really good.
I was more surprised by the really antsy edge guards out there. Like I said, his edge guards were scary, so we're trying to make a statement early on.
Goes off with the fair. No jump used. Okay. Team goes. I don't think he had to give it up there. I think he had enough height to go for another one, but I guess he just wanted to go game 2. Suppose there's nothing wrong with that.
Yeah.
I don't necessarily agree. I think you can always get more information, especially with a volatile ditto like this. I don't think it's worth giving up that soon, but it is what it is. It's happened already.
Yeah. So again, I think bigger stage probably would be more fitting of Moburu, but instead decides to go back. I think he maybe feels this is doable with some adjustments.
I think Moburu stepped back a little bit too far there for that edge guard.
Yeah, but although Arn was very good about getting the sweet spot there.
Yep. Nice, dashes around, base the grab.
Okay. Beats a tech roll in with that forward smash. Doesn't get it though.
I think there's some floating going from both sides. It's weird to jump from ledge there. Yeah, and I think one thing you'll notice too is like generally speaking, yeah, that's not good. One thing you'll see a lot of too is like generally speaking, the player who's doing better is the player that moves horizontally more often.
Yeah, I think especially in the ditto, right? Because then this ditto in particular, it comes down, I think, somewhat to a spacing war.
Yeah, Steven's tilted off the earth. We're seeing some tilt for sure.
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay, gets a little freebie here.
Like you mentioned, that Arn is definitely like a lot more active, and I think Moburu is more content on standing still and reacting with something. But then you get to the next level where Arn is just beating out Moburu's reaction. I think that's generally what's been going on this set.
Yeah.
But been winning Arn a lot of the interactions. Now there's some real tilt.
Yeah.
Just throwing out some raw forward smashes, forward tilt even. Still holding his ground, but aren't able to easily weave in, find something, way to punish that.
Yeah, Arn doing the right thing, just playing his own game, not being phased by it. It's pretty easy to play around a Marth that's not moving at all.
Yeah, it's
Okay.
definitely looking a little bit more like a net play Marth in terms of style. I'm curious to see if Moburu can kind of refocus and make the necessary adjustments again.
Yeah. Might even see the doc. Maybe he's just not feeling the Marth today. He does have a doc secondary that he's quite proud of. Does seem like
Yeah,
a
maybe.
miserable matchup, but who
Yeah,
knows?
maybe he'll pull it out. You know what? If you're a doc and you have a solid up B out of shield, it might not be super terrible.
Yeah. One thing I've observed too from all this time I've played Melee is that, especially in Dittos, people are very prone to getting tilted because it's like an ego thing, or it's like people just don't like being beaten by someone with their own character because like all the excuses are gone, right? No more complaining about the matchup, no more
Yeah,
complaining about like stage, whatever. Like,
looking yourself in a mirror.
yeah, and being like, yeah,
Melee
I'm,
players hate doing that generally.
yeah,
Ooh, that cannot be good for the mental.
yeah.
It's
Okay,
getting
good
like
dash
killed
tech
by
though.
FP with that.
Nice. Okay, catch the double jump. That should be it. All right. Yeah. The funny thing is, like, even when Moburu does these forest matches historically, like, he's pretty quick to reset for the next game. Like, I think he does just like melee for melee, and so like the results are not as important. He just likes playing good melee, and it's not the
Yeah,
losing so much as the. Ooh, wow. Okay, catches the short out. Still has a
that's,
jump though, and that's
yeah.
not
I
gonna
think,
work.
but even so, I think you did mention earlier that Moburu has favored forward smash play, and we're seeing it become very prevalent. He's looking for one. Oh, probably. I was gonna predict he was looking for one right there, but uh, like yeah. So like he's trying to use it as a means to like keep advantage, but Arn is just taking that all the way to the bank by being like, I'm gonna either shield it or just dash it back or like avoid it altogether and then just like grab you.
Yeah, it's a bit early to be doing it. I think a 79 is probably okay to do it if you have center stage and they're getting sent off, but you it's definitely a little oversaturated at this point.
Yeah, and again, I think the standing still also probably isn't. Oh, okay, goes off stage, getting active there.
Brings it back to 2.
I feel like that's such a good edge. Like I feel like in the Ditto, the running off forward air, just like kind of snuffs Marth out a little bit as they're recovering low.
Yeah,
If
it's
I'm
a
mistaken.
very oh yeah, it
Maybe
is very
technically.
good. I agree. Um, it's Marth in general. I think should be going off stage more often than they do, especially against Sheik, for example.
Mhm.
But it works perfectly there. Pretty straightforward edge guard.
Yeah, he's been getting more. He's
Oh
been going
my!
for more of these edge guards. This could. Okay, not quite over.
Nice ledge dash. Nice
And
tipper. That should be it.
more
That's double
importantly,
jump this game.
he's been going for like grab and shield grab a lot more. I think that's the key there because like okay, if Arn's gonna be active, then maybe I get more shield grabs.
Hmm.
And also, he's been getting a lot more tippers. He's been getting a lot more tippers that game. So that's
Yeah.
definitely something that tilted the advantage in his favor. So we're gonna go to a game 4.
Yeah, I do respect that Muru's not. One thing you'll see a lot too with these dittos is like if one player is playing faster, you'll see like the losing player start trying to emulate their opponent. They'll try to like play up to the speed of their opponent, but Steven's still playing his own speed. He's picking his spots. And he's sticking to his game plan, which I like. And he snakes underneath the forward air, gets a down tilt. One thing I will say about Steven's sort of micro decision making here is that he does do a lot of full hop fair in situations where I think short hop fair is a lot better. Oh,
Oh,
that was
nice
really
edge guard.
good. Yep, catches the side B, can't grab ledge when you're in the middle of the animation, so easy down air. Okay.
He's starting to mix in. He's starting to mix in some like really active like movement options like here and there.
Yeah.
I think it's putting Arn a little bit on notice, even a little bit. It's probably even like quelling the flame a little bit. So I think when they get close quarters, I think Moburu is able to actually initiate more because Arn's a little playing maybe a little bit more patient and scared.
Yeah. Definitely that conditioning coming into play here. You see Arn holding a lot of shield in anticipation of these forward smashes. And Steven's now doing like short up fair to go past, grab behind him, more down tilts, waiting it out. Okay, just kidding.
Yeah.
Goes off stage again, jumps backwards, just so we
Adapts to
see
the
them.
back air edge guard, but it doesn't even matter. That's crazy.
Yeah, Arn pulls back a little bit too far. I think in that situation you just have to contest with the forward air, and you don't give the space up necessarily. Oh my god, Steven's about to four stock Arn on FD.
Nice. What an adjustment.
Yeah, just
It
needed
wasn't
time
look.
to get himself going. This is not what I was expecting.
Yeah, I was looking at this. I was like, oh man, Moburu's probably on tilt. Like he's just standing still and throwing out moves, and like this is looking all but over. But no, he surprisingly is pulling this all the way back and pivoting this at the complete opposite direction.
Yeah, and Arn there doing some weird full hops now. Don't know if he's getting nervous or not, but seeing some really, I can't say uncharacteristic because this is the first set I've seen Arn play, but he's not doing the Isaiah, the ISA frames to go back from down tilt to not get grabbed. He's doing full up down airs. There's some weird stuff that's not as tight as what I was used to seeing just a couple minutes ago.
Also, like maybe like we said earlier, playing like more defensive. I think also even in his approaches, like he's trying to space around Moburu, but it gives Moburu the opportunity to even swat him away with like forward smash, like he has been like he tried to earlier. So
Yeah, just sort of stuck. I don't know what that shield was or why he held shield for so long, but
go out there
sort of
again.
locked with how many options he has.
Oh, could have maybe tried a forward smash there if he was quick enough, but doesn't
Wow.
matter. He's gonna get the reverse up B to close it out, and we have a game 5.
Yeah, this is a tournament you guys wanted. Yeah, Steven definitely just sort of finding fire to keep this set going. It looked lost for a little bit there with all those force matches, but uh just a way to reset himself. I guess everyone has a way to reset themselves and sort of get back in the zone. So
Yeah, and now the onus is on Arn to figure out a new game plan. He's gonna be able to mitigate this. Opting to go to a smaller stage.
there's a
Wonder
really
if
good
that's-
back here. A
I
little
wonder
later
if
than
that's a
that.
sign that he wants to get more in Moburu's face, like he was earlier, a little bit.
Yeah, I think just
Not
wants
sure.
to change up the pace a little bit. FT just did not go well, so no reason to go back there, obviously.
Yeah.
But I'm thinking like this, if he's force matching this often, that's only going to make these force matches better. We'll see if that actually ends up being the case.
It's true, but it's also maybe a false positive in a sense because, if the stage is smaller and the other Marth's in range more often, he might be going for the forward smashes more often than he might like.
More often than he already is.
Yeah. No. So, well, I mean, like obviously it will work.
Yeah.
There because it covers the platform, but I suspect that maybe because there's less space, like he might go for the overzealous forward smashes like he was in earlier games, and Arn might be able to deal with those better if he just like holds shield. But no, able to cover, just ledge trap him along, and just like not able to. Arn's not able to like hold shield to like get out of it. So interesting to see.
It's funny. The first sort of execution test I mentioned was being able to sweet spot the ledge. The second one is being able to ledge dash with enough invincibility frames to at least hold shield from forward smash, because otherwise you're just going to get down tilted off over and over again.
Randall's alive.
Arn feeling that test a little bit. Goes top platform. Yep, nice. I think Arn looking for the up to shield, but holds it a little bit too short. Nice. I like this. It's really funny because Moburu is doing a really good job of like representing the forward smash now in places where you would now think it's obvious, and then mixing in less committal options like down tilt, forward tilt, and sort of mixing up expectations here. And this is what I mean, like that full hop there from Steven as opposed to doing a short hop cost him a full punish there from that dare. So it's a small thing he needs to fix. Honestly, maybe Arn would benefit from having some more forward smash in his own game right now.
Yeah, maybe. Entirely possible. I also think maybe like try to be a little less spacious heavy and a little bit more like face, because he is probably the faster Marth. So if he can just like kind of can overpower Moburu with like a flurry of moves rather than trying to space around Moburu and kind of play around Moburu's game and positioning.
Yeah.
Maybe get in his face a little bit. Yeah, right
Nice. Able to bait out the forward tilt. Okay, Steven seeing his plan. Stands a little bit too close, gets nicked by the up B.
there.
I don't know if I like that early force. I think it would have been great if it was a tipper. Ooh, that's gonna cost the stock here. Alright.
Forward smash coming out. What kind
Nice.
of adjustment can Moburu make?
Up air is a weird
Now-
choice here, but still off stage. Wow, okay, and we're at last stock, basically dead even here.
Moburu's been the king of these back air edge guards. I haven't seen a Marth do these back air edge guards like this much ever.
Yeah, definitely getting tons of mileage off of it. Side B, really good. Oh, no
Ooh.
jump, nice.
Oh man,
Forward air,
just
saves
spun
himself.
out of it.
Okay, crouch cancels the down air. Might
Not
go off stage
opening
for
up an
this. Oh,
enemy.
that's gonna be
Randall is not
it.
cool.